Read Day 1. I am still your host, Long Read's editor, David L. Craddock from Shacknews, and I'm joined by a very special guest, sweating a little bit, my boss, Asif Khan, CEO and editor-in-chief of Shacknews.
Hey there, Chatty. Shacknews. David, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you? The question is, how are you? You put all this together.
Yeah. It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of logistics.
Yeah.
I made this harder on myself than ever before because not only are we doing these lovely live stream interviews, we're going to throw an esports tournament here. And on top of that, this is a really stressful time.
Yeah.
My dog is running for chair pet of the board. You know, my the love of my life, Lola.
Yes.
You know, Princess Poopy Butt.
Princess Poopy Butt, Fluffer. She's got a lot of names.
She a dog of many names.
Dog of many names.
She is running for chair pet. And you know what I'm seeing in the early
is she in the
polling?
lead?
She's not in the lead.
She's not in the lead?
It's really becoming about dogs and cats.
But she got an endorsement from Nintendo before the show started.
She did. She's gotten a lot of endorsements. Bad Kitty, all sorts of people out there on Twitch that some of our loyal Twitch viewers and some of our loyal Shackers that have come to know my dog, they're standing by her. But I'm worried that people are just going to vote for change. And in this case, Nessie is the new face.
She doesn't cuddle on demand, though. That's a problem for me.
I know. We ran into some problems with those political attack ads being monetized.
It's getting dirty, man.
It's really getting extremely dirty, considering it's just an election for pets that's really has no consequence to the outside world. It means a lot to Shacknews.
It does. It really does.
This means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family and Greg's family. So, and our extended families. So it's a big deal. But yeah, we're doing all sorts of stuff at E3.
Yeah.
We have the first ever Shacknews World Championship.
That's exciting. But let me back up just a little bit because we're surrounded by this luxurious Shacknews booth.
Yes.
And I kind of want you to walk me through the journey of these booths because this is the third year in a row Shack has had a booth. We started small.
That's
Each year
right.
we've gotten bigger. What did you want to do with the booth this year compared to the last 2 years?
Okay, so last year I thought we really had a wonderful booth.
We did.
It was smaller. It was about 800 square feet. And it was interview focused.
Yeah.
There was a little lounge area. We didn't have any games, which I thought was a downgrade from the year before.
Yeah.
In 2016, the year the Cleveland Cavaliers won the NBA Finals.
It was a great year.
It was a great year. We had VR demos on one side of our booth and then interviews on the other.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
We didn't really have much branding. We didn't do much from that standpoint.
But it was a foundation.
But we had an idea.
Yeah.
This year, or 2017, we're like, let's make it a little classier. We had this wood grain. We had a TV over the fireplace. You got a picture of Steve Gibson framed over there. You got the original Sugar Shack logo.
Yes.
Some of our other old school logos kind of intertwined.
Yeah.
So I viewed last year, I was like, no, let's view the Shacknews booth as like our Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
This year, we had been talking about this on our podcast and just behind closed doors for a while.
Yeah.
I really believe that we need to have some sort of events component to our site outside of just interviewing people when they come to E3 or at PAX East like we were.
The normal convention circuit.
Yeah, instead of going out to them and doing interviews at their booth, we're bringing them here. Yeah. So that was that first step in 2017. This year I was like, you look at Gamer Network was acquired earlier this year by ReedPop.
Right.
And also Recode.net was acquired a few years ago. Both of them not only are great editorial teams, Gamer Network has Digital Foundry, Eurogamer, GamesIndustry.biz I used to write for, but they also had EGX. And Recode.net also had Code Conference.
Right.
And my takeaway was, for a website to really continue to survive, you know this, we're doing all sorts of stuff at Shack.
Yeah.
I felt that we needed an events component. But for us, I'm not going to try to compete with E3 or PAX.
No.
I'm not going to, I don't feel strongly about that. I don't think I have the money to compete with something like a Code Conference and book Elon Musk on stage. Like, we're not there. But one thing that is at our core, from the thing that brought me to Shacknews at the very beginning of my, of my time at the site was competitive gaming and finding Quake matches. Right? It was all about going to Pound Sugar Shack in IRC and finding whoever was hosting a server.
Right, because Steve Gibson founded Shacknews. It was Quakeholio, right? It started as a Quake
Quakeholio, then it was Scary Sugar Shack, and then it became Shacknews.
Yep.
So here we are, and I was like, you know what we're missing it's like we still have Shack battles, but we organize it on our chatty forum. What's up to the chatty?
Yes.
But what if we could take that on the road? What if we could invite a whole new group of people to join us at Shack battles throughout the world, throughout the United States this year, but maybe throughout the world, and take these events that are consumer facing, right? Yeah. And say, you know, like at the World Championship, I'm putting $50,000 of my own money down here for the prize pool.
Yeah.
Because I feel that strongly about esports. Like, esports is not going away.
No, it's not.
And I feel that we have our own niche there.
Yeah, so let's talk about that niche. I know a lot of esports, you have your Dotas, your League of Legends, all of that stuff, but you are targeting a very specific audience with the Shacknews World Championships. How did you decide on that audience and the game lineup that we have?
Okay, so the World Championship is open to people 18 and up.
Yeah, anybody, yeah.
But the Shack Champions League, the esports league that I created, is going to be age 30 and up. The idea there was that, you know, we grew up in the 90s when we were really good at shooters.
Yes.
I think esports players tend to peak between age like 15 and 25, right? I'm 37, you're 36.
Yeah.
We're out of the league.
We are.
So I was like, what if we were to create a league for people who feel like esports passed them by? Mm-hmm. So the Shacknews Champions League events, which haven't been announced yet, but they're going to be coming this summer, are going to be age 30 and up. But for this, since it's open to the public, I wanted to make everyone available to enter this. So the World Championship is going to allow everyone. Shack Champions League events are going to be age 30 and up. And the main reason was I feel like esports kind of passed a whole generation of gamers by.
For sure.
And it's not that they're bad at games. They might not have the fast twitch muscles that they used to.
Yeah.
They might not have the time to practice. But I feel like 30 was the good line in the sand. In your late 20s, you're in the twilight years of your esports career.
Yeah.
But by 30, you're over the hill. So for me, age 37, I'm like, screw it. I'm going to just be a commissioner of an esports league for old guys.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean, you raise a good point because I think Quake came out when you and I were freshmen in high school. But like by the time John Carmack was putting Ferraris on the line at tournaments, I mean, we were kind of big fishes in small ponds, but I didn't really know like how to get involved in any pro scene because there wasn't a pro scene.
It was very small.
Yeah.
It was like you go to QuakeCon.
Yeah.
That was like really the only way.
Yeah.
To be a part of a Quake tournament back in the late 90s.
Right.
And then it's evolved to DreamHack and MLG and ESL, and like there are a ton of esports leagues, and we're not competing with them. And the other thing that I thought made sense was that, okay, I'm not gonna snap my fingers and have a new Overwatch league.
Yeah.
I'm not charging $20 million to be a team in our league.
Right.
But we can play games that maybe aren't esports.
Yeah.
You know, like Quake Champions has really been the focus of Bethesda's esports. It kind of left Quake in the dust.
Yep.
So I'm like, what if we just made Quake the final here?
Sure.
And what if we did a Quake tournament at QuakeCon? Or, you know, like what if it just became a bunch of what ifs, and then I was like, let's do this.
So you're gonna have like satellite tournaments at different venues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like tournaments that happen around other events. Mm-hmm. So, you know, because so many of these gaming events are becoming consumer focused. E3's open to the public. Tokyo Game Show has 2 days open to the public. PAX is really a public event. Mm-hmm. It's not about press as much anymore.
Right.
So for us, it's about reaching out to the broader gaming community and say, come over to Shacknews. We're holding a tournament. Is IGN doing that? Is GameSpot doing that? This is something that we can do.
Yeah.
That's unique to our brand and fits with our vibe. You know, we have a history of online gaming competitions. So my idea was, let's bring it to everyone.
Right.
And expand our audience in the process.
So tell me a little bit about this week. This is E3 Day 1, but the tournament doesn't start until tomorrow. So what's happening day by day for the World Championships?
Okay, so right there, right now, around the corner from where we are, there is a voting booth for the pets and a sign-up station. So if you're out there and you're at E3, I don't know what you're doing. Go line up. You could win some money in the Shacknews World Championship. 128 people are going to enter today. And then tomorrow at around 1 o'clock, we're going to start the competition. And then however much we can get through. And then Thursday, we're starting at 9.
Okay.
And we're going to go all the way to the end. So, yeah, it's the first day is really just sign-ups. The folks over at Showdown are showing up to help set up.
Coordinate things.
Yeah, we're getting Steam accounts set up, games set up. We're going to have to help them with Quake or later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think today's kind of a setup and sign-up day.
Okay.
But also, if you're at E3, we have free massages set up over there. I don't know if you noticed that.
This is a whole like Shack palatial estate we've got.
So this is definitely a welcome. You know, I always view this as like, if you are a Shacker and you've been with our site for so long, the Shacknews E3 booth is really going to be a beacon for you. And there's logos everywhere. It's a giant sign in the sky,
like the hands of God, maybe.
Yeah, the hands of God over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're always a home base for Shackers. Yeah. But on top of that, it's now going to be about welcoming more people into it. So, yeah, are you tired? Have a seat. You want a massage? Have a massage. You want a free T-shirt? Have a T-shirt.
That's so necessary because for the past 2 years, since E3's been open to the public, it's been so much more crowded. It's loud. It's hot. People kind of need that It's almost an AFK area of sorts.
Yeah, I mean, take this. It does have a legit TakeThis.org.
Yeah.
They do have a legit AFK room in between the conference halls.
Right.
So if you guys are out there, go check that out if you're stressed out or if you just need a place to chill. But if you're at the booth or if you're in West Hall, you know, you forgot to mention we're in the shadows of the Nintendo booth.
That's true, man.
I
right
could
across the road there.
I could throw a spitball and hit Miyamoto from here. I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to do that.
But you could.
But I could.
You could.
I'm just saying. Anything's possible.
So you mentioned Quake being the finals of the Shacknews World Championships, but that's not the only game people will be playing. Do you want to talk about?
I've created a gauntlet for people to. If you are the world champion, I will shake your hand and give you $30,000 and our trophy, which is yet to be revealed.
Oh snap!
I know. So, round of 128. It's going to be Street Fighter 2. Was it Hyper Fighting Alpha?
Yeah, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting.
Yeah. Yep. Round of 64 is going to be Speed Runners, which is like same screen. Everyone goes as fast as they can.
This is the one game I haven't played yet. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It's a cool one.
Okay.
Round of 32, one of my favorite games maybe ever. It's Rocket League.
Yes.
And then round of 16, Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterfinal, the round of 8, the Elite 8, Duke Nukem 3D.
Hail to the king.
Hail to the king, baby.
That's right.
Those alien bastards are going to pay for shooting up all of our rides.
You're going to pay.
I might pay for shooting up someone's ride.
Checks. Yes.
And then, if you're lucky enough to get past Duke, you have to play GoldenEye on an N64 and a CRT. Split screen.
I'm really looking forward to this. This is probably the game I'm looking forward to.
That's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, PC gamer, PC game, fight sticks, whatever. Here's an N64 controller.
Yep.
I figured that's like a good, throw a wrench into it. If someone has their groove going, let's trip them up right before the final.
One analog stick, got that trigger. Yeah. I was going to say, you did really sweeten the pot. I want to see slappers only, throwing knives only.
No odd job.
No odd job. No.
Definitely no odd job. And if you pick Jaws, you're a dummy.
Yeah. Come on.
Don't pick Jaws.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then after that, a Quake final because
right.
Quake is near and dear to both of our hearts.
It is.
It's how I found the site, and I just feel like our community still really cares a lot about Quake. I do. I've actually done it 2 years in a row on it's usually around Christmas Eve, 2 days before Christmas. We call it Quakemas, and it's a Shack battle that I organize on our chatty forum, and it's 16 people enter, however many people enter. I give away the best NVIDIA graphics card at the end of it.
Man, that's awesome.
So you'll remember December last year was the height of the cryptocurrency craze.
Yes.
So I had to pay over $1,000 to get someone their GTX 1080 Ti.
Man.
I'm glad I bought mine earlier.
Yeah, dude.
I bought mine before Bitcoin had its big surge.
So what are you looking forward to seeing in this tournament? Are there any games in particular you're looking forward to? Probably Quake, the one-on-one.
I
want to see GoldenEye.
I'm really interested in the Halo 2
that's
round.
A good one. Yeah.
I think that'll be interesting. And I love Duke Nukem 3D multiplayer. So I'm curious if people remember how to play it.
I'm curious to see what weapons people will go with. I don't remember kind of the meta of those games. What do people favor? I like the unique weapons like the Shrinkway, but I don't know if that's popular in Duke Match.
It's not. It's all about getting the rocket. It's all about getting the RPG.
Yeah.
The steroids.
Oh, for the enhanced movement? Yeah.
Yeah. The jetpack.
Of course.
If you get a jetpack in an RPG, you're going to wreck everyone.
It's raining
there's
down
your hot
rockets.
strat right there.
Yeah.
I would say those are the things you're going to see people running after. Yeah, it'll be cool.
That's cool.
I'm excited for that, and yeah, I love Halo 2.
Really?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite shooters.
Okay. You talk a lot about Gears as far as like console shooter franchises, but I mostly hear about Quake from you. I didn't know you were such a big Halo fan.
I would say probably after Quake 3,
yeah,
I kind of went into a console phase.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 2 was such an excellent console game.
Yes.
That and I think they nailed matchmaking. So, oh no, man, I was big into Halo 2.
Okay.
I was very good at it, and you know my gamer tag is Army of Techno.
Yeah, yeah.
Halo 2 was when the strat appeared. It was neutralized Army of Techno.
That's cool. I know. I never told you this. I hosted a Quake or a Halo 2 tournament in college, so I have a little bit of history with that game as well. Maybe after the show winds down one night, we'll have to play. See if these newbies on the staff can hang.
I really can't wait to get some of our staff up on stage and just start fighting each other after hours.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm so excited for every round of the tournament. I think it's a celebration of what we care about at Shacknews. We have a little bit of indie love in there, but it's fighting games, shooters, kind of sports with Rocket League.
Yes.
Rocket League's a sport, right?
It is, absolutely. Is it an electronic sport?
It is an electronic sport. So yeah, I think we have something to offer.
Very cool.
From a content perspective, from a tournament perspective, from a community perspective, I really think we're a very unique website that can enter this space.
Awesome.
Where a lot of others, it might not fit their vibe as much.
No, it definitely fits Shacknews vibe. Well, thank you, Mr. Asif Khan, for stopping by.
I appreciate it.
It's been really cool. You know, I've seen some of this come to fruition, but now this is like your big moment. So congratulations on bringing all this together.
Awesome. So if you guys are out here, sign up for the Shacknews World Championship. We're West Hall in the shadows of the Nintendo booth number 5434. $50,000 prize pool on the line. Free T-shirts, free massages.
Do it for Shacknews.
Do it for Shacknews.
Awesome. I think we're done.
Awesome.